We've got the inside of the cab masked off, and I'm starting to paint it white with just white spray paint rattle can and get that covered. Problem is, with it being somewhat of an enclosed space, I've got all the windows open and that, but man, the smell's terrible, so I'm going to do a bit at a time and then we'll continue on. We've got all this stuff masked off here to stop it getting on the driving wheel, the chairs and windows and stuff like that. Just keep on going. We've finally got the cab ceiling painted white, and I'm not sure whether just to leave it like that or put some of that silver insulation stuff on the ceiling to make it more insulated, or to make this into a shelving space up there. Not quite sure yet, but it will come to us at some point. Next thing to do is to remove this carpet here and box out around these batteries. Box all this out so it's more comfortable, and then probably build some kind of shelving unit or seat in that location. And over here is probably an area to put more batteries. Okay, now we're ready for framing out. I like that wood on the floor though. I wish they did that all the way across. I would have kept it. I've just noticed, and before any framing goes in, I need to clean the corrosion off this terminal here. There's a bit on there, and over here, that doesn't look bad there, but those two areas need to be addressed. There's something funny going on there, just rust. I'll clean that off. Now it's time to loosen this corroded terminal and clean it off on the batteries, because that will affect current flow and voltage. So easy thing to do, make sure there's no load on these batteries, which you do, make sure everything's turned off, then you won't get any arcing and sparking. There we go, just unscrew that. Easy to do. There you go. And that just comes off like that. Now what we're going to do is take this tool here, which is a post cleaner, and we'll just clean these little posts here. Not that need much, but actually the post cleaners for this, on these terminals here, still can be cleaned. Just get a little clean with the wire brush here, and that'll solve the problem. Now, what my dad 50 odd years ago showed me was that once you put these connectors back on, you should put some Vaseline over them, and that stops oxidation and will stop the corrosion effect like what we got here. But this has to be cleaned up. I'm going to get the vacuum cleaner and clean all this stuff off. Once you've got the terminals all cleaned up, that's when you put your Vaseline on. And I cover up all the metal surface. That's the deal with this stuff. You just don't want any oxidation, so you do that. So I'm doing that by covering everything. Let's say even the other one that's not corroded. I'm going to put a nice covering of this Vaseline on. There you go. Looking good, looking good. Then once you've got that on, go to the next one. And also make sure that you clean the inside of your terminals like that, because that's what's touching there, and clean that inside of your holes and the areas where the terminals touch your jumpers here. So you make sure it's nice and shiny. You can even use a file, you know, that is helpful too, because that works really good. Okay, time to put them back on, and that's the final one. And the beginning of the boxing out, so it's going to cover the batteries, put some plywood over there, and then we're going to cover this area here. I discovered there was a leak on the window just there, so I've sealed it. It's been sealed for quite a while now, but at some point it did let water in and was causing wood rot around there, so I dug it all out and pulled off what was bad, and then I took some of this painter's caulk here, just regular caulking, there you go, and I put it where the join from the wallpaper or whatever down to the wood, and where it was all uneven here, I put it over there, then spread it out with a spatula, and we paint it next, see how it looks. But that's as far as I want to go. I mean, you could, if you wanted, was just tear all this off and rebuild it, but I'm not up to that. I just want to cover it, make it look good and make it last a long time, which it will.